What's going on, guys? One, love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night, Moicano versus St. Denis. Prediction breakdown here, guys. Before I get started, hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe to this channel. Also check out my Patreon account for all my face-up predictions and prop plays. And you can also donate to my PayPal account there, guys, right? Remember to hit the thumbs up so this videos can get out. Also leave comments down below to help with the algorithm. You can leave your plays, leave your predictions, leave your opinions, right? It's all over the end of the day, right? There's no hate, there's no ego here, okay? All love. Let love guide you, never hate, right? 14 fights on this card. We're going to fly through this real quick but accurately, and it's over there in France, Paris, right? So keep in mind, just like the Mexican card, or it wasn't despair, but a lot of Mexicans fought on that card. You gotta remember now, on that card, majority of all the Mexicans actually lost in that card, except for one, right? So this card is going to be in France with a lot of guys who are from that area, so it could be hometown favorite here. And people who are close to France could also have hometown favorite too. So you have to be careful with this card, and it could also be one of these cards where every single person from that area loses. Strong possibility. But keep in mind, if it goes to judges, it could be some crazy upsets or robberies, right? So keep that in mind. So a lot of these guys here are from that area, from France, Paris. Some may not probably live there, but they were born there. And the guys who are close to that area could also, if it goes to decision, could end up that way. But what we saw with the Mexican card, a lot of the guys were pretty much getting knocked out and losing. Right, so keep that in mind when you're, whatever you're doing with this card. If you're placing bets, whatever you're doing, just keep in mind that it could go either way, right? Okay, so 14 fights on this card. Card looks pretty good, like every single card. They put the work in, they made the weight, they come prepared and they're ready to go, right? When you're breaking down the card, you see how good the matchups are, and these are some pretty good matchups here. A couple short notice, which I would mention while I'm going through the card here, right? I'm also going to be pronouncing these words, the guys' names, a little better, kind of slow it down a little bit, trying to make that pronunciation a little more perfect here. Okay, first fight here, guys. We'll fly through this. We got Bulge OK versus Chris Duncan. With OK here, OK, very aggressive guy. He pack power with his punches, can get flat-footed, can sit in front of you, can get wrestled on, can scramble on him, put him on his back, put him on his butt. Like I said, he has punching power. And after that first round, he tends to kind of slow down a little bit, right? So you can say a couple first round finishes can go into second, but he does slow down though. His opponent here, Chris Duncan. I feel Chris Duncan is a little more tested here, a little more well-rounded guy, more experience, also pack power on his punches too. But he can get hurt in the foot, don't get wobbled. So this is a guy that if you touch him, he'll get kind of dazed and can knock him out. But he's still durable though, and his wrestling is not bad. And I feel like he's a little more experienced here. This is a tough one to pick here, man. Lost to Manuel Torres here by a very naked choke. Yeah, man, this is one of those ones, man. Look at the odds here. They have OK at negative 200. I feel that's way too high. I feel this should be a close to even fight, if not just even alone, because I feel Chris Duncan has a great chance to win here. I feel like just more experience. It's just a little more tested here. And I feel Chris Duncan is more well-rounded in my opinion, man. Yeah, OK hits hard and works the body, but when I watch him fight, I just see little holes, just some kind of unexperienced kind of vibes are going on there. I'm going to go with Chris Duncan here, guys. I'm going to say Chris Duncan by decision, but it's 50-50. And by looking at the odds here, the odds are off. It should be an even fight, in my opinion. Yeah. If not, Chris Duncan a slight favorite. But it's all good at the end of the day, because I'm going with Duncan though, and he's underdog. That don't mean he's gonna win, but it is what it is. But Chris Duncan by decision. I'm not confident, guys. All right. Next fight here, guys. Fly through this real kicker, but accurately. Pronunciation is perfect. Alright, let's get this, man. Let's get this. Next fight here, we got Nora Connolly versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. There you go. Pronunciation is perfect, guys. Check that out, man. Nora here, again, is out of France. And this is part 2 here, guys. These both guys fought before, way back in the days. Fought way back. That was our only loss. And I guess it was our pro debut. By decision there, 2021. They're fighting again. So this is part 2. Nora here, more of a Thai stylish. A lot of leg kicks. Punching combinations. Can get taken down, but will scramble back up. Muscle through moves. Like I said, you fought Jacqueline, lost by decision, kind of flat-footed, straightforward, not much angles. I mean, that's pretty much it. I feel like with Jacqueline, I mean, she won already the first time, you know. I feel Jacqueline is more light on the foot. She has better movement, in and out, works up the jab, she counter strikes. And I said, but I mean, the fought before. I think her fight is up on YouTube, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I feel Jacqueline should win this fight. But what I say about women fights, exactly. This is a one that if you're doing parlays or whatever you're doing, I wouldn't put Jacqueline in too many plays. Even though she won the first time, but like I said, Nora is from France. And if it goes to decision, Nora could win. That's all I'm saying. Just giving you guys a heads up, man. This happens. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your losses. It's just a lesson, though. There is no losers. You just gotta learn from it. And I speak for myself too. All right. So when I speak like this, because these are lessons that I go through myself. So learn from the lessons. So don't. I mean, I believe she's. How much she's at 200. She beat her the first time, and on movement, on the way she fights, I feel she can keep the fight at long range, and you know, you can touch her up, but Nora will come in with heavy shots. And if Nora can hit her with big shots, and it goes to decision, they could say, oh man, Nora is hitting her with bigger shots, just more aggressiveness, and Nora win the fight by split decision, being an underdog. Remember, I told you that. When it comes to a lot of these women fights, most of the time, majority of the time, it always plays out like that, man. You know, there are high favorites, 300, 400, 500, and the underdog wins. Lesson to learn, man. I'm not saying Jacqueline can't win. I'm not saying that to throw in a parlay. But I wouldn't be high on her. I would, you know, go dog and put Nora in 1 or 2 plays too. Just giving you guys a heads up. I'm going to go with Jacqueline. I'm going to say Jacqueline by decision, but 50-50, not confident. Okay? Keep that in mind. And that's for myself too. Alright. Next fight here, guys. We have Daniel Barez versus Victor Altamirano. Bam! Check that out, man. Pronunciation is perfect, man. Look at that. A+. Alright, Daniel here. This guy packed power, man. Actually, this guy is not bad, man. But he can get submitted, though. He comes in there. His boxing is nice. He likes to work the body in and out. Very heavy shots. He is well-rounded. And he will also look for submissions, but he tend to come in there and like go 100%, and then he slows down. And if you're a fighter that can avoid his power and kind of get him out the first, you may have a chance of just beating this guy. You know, so a guy like Victor, who is pretty durable, and I think Victor has never been finished, I believe is a guy who can actually do that. So, like I said, with Barboza here, he is. I mean, he's not bad. I mean, I'm impressed with him. I like how he boxes. You know, I like his striking. But like I said, man, You know, he comes out there with 100%. He's been submitted 3 times. Never been knocked out, but he got 6 by submission, 7 by knockout. So this guy can fight, man. Victor here, more unorthodox kind of guy, has a taekwondo base on him. 2 inch of height, which is massive, and 4 inch of reach, which is massive. Unorthodox striking. But the thing about this fight is that I feel Victor will mix it up more. BJJ black belt also, who will look for the takedowns, right? And also look for submissions, which he's been submitted 1 time. But this fight here, man, in my opinion, is very even fight. You know what I mean? I don't see Daniel finishing Victor, because Victor moves a lot, and he's kind of have this jerky, kind of unorthodox kind of vibe to him. It's not a kind of set kind of style, right? It's broken rhythm when it comes to Victor. So it's kind of hard to figure him out, right? He's like all over the place. Like it's not set up how traditionally you would set up a move, you know what I mean? So which is good, because broken rhythm, like what Bruce Lee does, you know, it's kind of broken rhythm. You don't flow off the same techniques like what everybody's doing, unless you easily be read, right? But I'm gonna go Victor here, and this fight is an even fight. And it should be, you know what I mean? I mean, it should be an even fight. They have Daniel as a small underdog here, but it's even on all other sides. You can say the fight's even. By the time it goes, you know, it's even, which it is, you know. But either guy could win here, guys. So it's like a heads or a tail. I mean, there's no confident picker. It's like heads or tail, man. You know, I must say Victor though. Height and reach, the more unorthodox, very durable guy. We'll look for takedowns. Daniel can get taken down, you know. I mean, let's see how it goes. We're going to go Victor by decision, 50-50, not confident, guys. All right? And the odds in this is right. All right? At least I like the odds in that one, because it's about right. You can't be too high on Victor, and definitely can't be too high on Daniel. All right? Because both of them could drop the ball. Next fight here, guys, we got Ailín Pérez versus Daria Zelensiakova. Bam! Check that out, man. Zelensiakova, man. Look at that. My pronunciation is perfect. Check that out, man. All right. Ailín here. I feel Ailín is more well-rounded here. Striking is so-so. You know, getting kind of better with it. I feel Daria has the better striking though. Works up the jab, straight on the pocket, better movement. But I feel Perez here could be more physically stronger here, and has more the dog in her. And we'll look for the takedowns, we'll look for the sweeps and throws, but we'll also make mistakes though. You know what I'm saying? A girl like Daria or Zelensiakova, she strikes well and she does move in and out, but sometimes she sits down the punches, and her boxing is not bad, but she lacks the ground though, man. And I've noticed that in nearly all her fights, and some fights that she have here with some people that she's fighting, that she ain't supposed to be getting taken down by them. Like it's not a good look, right? And she's getting taken down, you know what I mean? So even against this girl named Rendon, you know, Rendon was just taking her down. She needs to work on her takedown defense. And I've seen that in her later fights, later fights, you know, the same thing. It's like she hasn't improved that. And if you watch all her fights, you say, oh, hold on there, this girl can strike, but her takedown defense is not good. And once you take her down, you can have her on her back for all the rounds. So she's just laying her back all the rounds, especially if you get her in the half guard. She's just stuck there, right? So it look like she's lacking a lot of ground. She's got the 4 inch of height though, but like I say again, it's a woman fight, and they see it with the guys too, but mostly with the women. Like what I said, I'm liking Ailín Pérez for this fight, but she can drop the ball, and she does make mistakes, especially if you take down the opponent. She can get scrambled on and reverse. But with Daria, I don't really see Daria doing that, because her ground game, I feel that I feel like Perez's ground game is a lot better, in my opinion, right? And I don't feel Dario even has that much of a ground game, man, to be honest. But again, people do get better and do improve, but I haven't seen that from Dario in all our fights. So I'm gonna go with Ailín Pérez for the win here, and I'm gonna say Ailín by decision. But again, I believe the odds in this is gonna be high. If I'm not, let me take a look here and see. They got Ailín at negative 270, 290, Okay. Now, like what I said, I feel Dario. Well, I don't feel. I know. The feeling is actually knowing too that Dario ground game is not that great, man. She can get taken down easily, but Ailín will make mistakes and will slightly slow down. And like I said, women fight, man. You know, you can be like, damn, man. You know that. You know, if you look at Ailín is definitely going to win, man. She's definitely going to win. Yeah, man. She go in there and Dario wins the fight by split decision. This is a fight here where I wouldn't mess around with it too much. Could even fade it. Be careful with this one, man. These are the fights here that you go throwing parlays and they end up destroying your parlay. I'm just being honest with you guys. All right, so be very careful. No disrespect to the women here. They're good fighters coming here and they wait and they train, but that's just how it is. You know, the odds are too high on Ailín. Is way too high on her, because if you look at Dario, she does have a good fundamental striking. She can get taken down, but she can get back up to her foot though. But she can get taken down kind of easily. So that's why I'm giving the edge to Perez, and Perez will look for takedowns and even submission. So I must say Ailín by decision, but 50-50, man. Be very careful. The odds on her are too high. All right. Next fight here, guys. We got Taylor Lapilus versus Vince Morales. Check that out, man. Taylor here, double impact, and I can guarantee you that's from Van Damme Double Impact. I can guarantee you that's where he got the nickname from. I guarantee you, because of my big legs and karate. The splits are no problem. I can guarantee you, man. Frankie. Hong Kong? Yeah, man. So that's pretty much, I can guarantee you where we got that nickname from, man. Double Impact. That's actually a good movie, man. If you guys haven't seen it, check out Van Damme Double Impact, man. Awesome movie, man. I believe that was what? Going by the years, I guess that was what? I think that was 1991, I believe. Yeah, 1991 or 92. No, it was 1991. 1990, 1991. Van Damme Double Impact, man. That was a pretty good movie, man. Yeah, man. So Taylor here, man. Very skilled guy here, man. Very well rounded. 3-inch of reach, which is massive. Durable guy. Hometown favorite here again. This guy is a big hometown favorite. Moves well, counter strikes, good takedown. His takedown defense is pretty good, man. This guy is a pretty good fighter, right? That being said, we're looking at Vince Morales, who is coming back to UFC after having what I think a 5-fight winning streak, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I lost to Mas John back in 2022, left the UFC, and he come back beating Hunter Azar for his last fight there. Wins are, so fight Ishihara, these other guys here. What I feel about Vince, I watch the fights, he looks good, boxing still looks good. He's a pretty well-rounded guy. Would also look to wrestle you down. Yeah, man, this guy is still a good fighter, man, and also a very experienced guy too. Do I feel he can beat Taylor though? Taylor is a good fighter, man, and also Vince is a good fighter. Like I said, Taylor hometown favorite. Could it be an upset? I can guarantee. Yeah, it's a possibility. I know Taylor is favorite. I mean that's most definite. He's gonna be favorite, which I think that's what I saw. Yeah, Taylor is negative 355, 360. Do I feel that's too high? Vince is coming back to the UFC. he wasn't doing good, and now he's back. Taylor was also in the UFC way back too. I forgot to mention that, and he left and came back. So I believe he only lost one fight though, I believe. But this is a fight where, like I said, you know, there's guys on here from France, they're fighting in France, Paris. You know, this could be one of the cards where a lot of France guys, Paris guys could all come in winning, hometown favorite guys winning, or it could be a card where all the Paris guys losing, or it could just be a combination of both winning and losing, right? And it could be big upsets. You just don't know, you know. It's just one of those cards. But we see here with Lapilus, you know, okay, he was in UFC from 2015. Wow, Rocky Lee, Sakai fought Eric Perez, lost to him. So Eric Perez was the only guy he lost to. So at that time he was like 3-1 in UFC. Okay, then he left, and then now he's back now. Can Vince beat him? He has the skill to beat him, dude, and he has the boxing to beat him, most definitely, and he has the wrestling. Even though Taylor's a good takedown, you know, defense is pretty good. Vince is pretty good all the way around too. So for the odds to be 350 on him, I feel the odds are too high, to be honest with you, because Vince Morales is not like a can. The guy is a pretty good fighter, man. I'm just saying that. Plus 280, you gotta be careful with that, man. So me saying that, I wouldn't throw Taylor. Whatever you're doing, a place, if you're doing it for fun, whatever you're betting, whatever you're doing, do it at your own, you know, at your own pace. You do it at your own risk. I wouldn't put Taylor in too many parlays, to be honest with you. You know, I'm just being real with you here, man, because I feel it's too high, and Vince has a chance. You gotta look at the fights, you know, when you're breaking them down, you know, the skill set of both guys. Yeah, and like I said, Taylor's a very good fighter, but Vince Morales ain't a bad fighter either, man. It's not like he can't box and he can't wrestle. Just keeping it real, man. And his defense is not bad. Just keeping it real. So when you see odds like that, be careful. So I must say Taylor by decision, but 50-50, double impact action. But be careful with the parlays on that one, man. I would leave him out. Just to be honest, he's kind of high too, man. So just keeping it real. That's it, man. Alrighty. Next fight here, guys. Just letting you guys know, man. Like I said, to lead a horse to the water, but you can't let him drink. Alright. So I'm just letting you guys know. Next fighter, we got Ľudovít Klein versus Roosevelt Roberts. Alright. So Roosevelt Roberts here is I believe a very short notice, maybe 2 weeks, maybe. I think he was looking to retire at one time after his last fight there against Rebecki. But you know, I guess he's back. He'll give him my next shot here. Yeah, man. This one here, what I see from Klein, man, Klein has improved a lot, man. He looks unstoppable now, man. He's very well rounded. His striking is always on point. Wrestling, his defense, everything about this guy is on point, dude. You know what I mean? What it is to Thiago Mas is just, you know, even though Thiago Mas I feel is on a decline. Could Roberts come in here and upset? I mean, Roberts is a skilled guy. You know what I'm saying? Short notice, you know, works up the jab, you know. I don't know, man. I mean, what I see from Roberts, he looks good, and then he be looking good, and then he loses. You know what I mean? So it's kind of up and down, but he does have the skill to win the fight, though. But Klein is a very, very experienced guy, man. So it's one of those fights where, like I said, a short notice for Roosevelt Robert. I must say, I mean, Klein is probably freaking super high, which I think that's what I saw. Could be like 1100 or something like that. Where is it at? Actually, it's 800. I think I saw him at 11, but 800 is still freaking high. What do I feel about this? I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, I don't disagree with the odds, but still, you know, Roosevelt Roberts is gonna have the height and reach, I believe. And yeah, man, anything could happen in a fight, bro. Anything could happen, man. Even if the guy is well-rounded and the guy is skilled, anything can happen, man. It's like an inch of reach. It's just more height and slight reach, which does play a big factor still. Me personally, you know, if I were doing parlays, I wouldn't put Klein in nothing because it doesn't make any sense. Because we see this, and like I said, even with women, same with the guys too, but most of the women, 800, oh man, he's gonna go in there and just go through him real quick because the odds say so. Dude, all these odds here, yeah, is a good gauge, but I'm gonna say majority or sometimes they're off, completely off. So Robert's coming here and you just never know. Comes in there and submit him. It happens, man. Or catch him with a punch, knock him out. It's not the 800, you know. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna go with Klein, but I'm gonna give Klein 70%. Give Roberts 30. I feel like Klein, you know, by just track record and how he's been looking and shot notice Robert, I feel Klein should win this fight, but I'm not messing with it though. All right, so Klein by second round submission, guys. You can even do that. You can go second round sub. You know, you can go and play the victory and how to win if you want to do that by second round submission. See, if you know that it's too high on the straight odds like this, you can go by the path of victory, right? But yeah, I wouldn't parlay him in the parlays because you just never know, man. You know. All right. Next fight here, guys. We got Oumar Sy versus Dawoon Jung. Sy, strong wrestling base. We look for submission. He's a good prospect, but Jung is experienced though, so always keep that in mind, man. And there's a fight I saw with Sy where he was in some trouble against some guy. It just looked like he was gonna lose the fight, to be honest, and he turned it around. So, you know, it's a fight where you gotta be very, very careful still. And this guy Sy is a lot more first round finishes, but what I see from Dawoon Jung, he's well rounded, can get taken down. And striking not bad, but I think what happened to him, that right cross from Dustin Jacoby, after that right cross knockout, that was pretty much it. He was never the same after that. Just kept on losing fights after that against Devin Clark, against Carlos Ulberg. He just kept on losing after that. Sometimes guys get hit, get knocked out. Sometimes it changes them, and sometimes it makes them better. Just depends on the person. You know, that's why I say your face ain't meant to get to hit. The face ain't meant to get hit, and when you get knocked out, it couldn't either make you want to improve more, make you more hungry, or it could just make you shell up, just make you like very hesitant, and you're just not the same anymore, right? I feel that's what happened to Jung, but I'm gonna go with Sy. I'm gonna say Sy by submission, second round. But I'm going to go 50-50. Like I said, Jung is experienced, man. And the odds on Sy is -500. Do I agree with that? Not really, because Jung is very, very experienced guy. And I saw a fight with Sy where he was kind of under pressure. Looked like he was going to get knocked out. He was laying on his back against the cage, getting hit. And then he recovered and came back. But like I said, you can't sleep on Jung, because his experience. I look at fights like this, like what I mentioned, against even with Taylor and Vince, when the guy is skilled, I don't feel like it should be like this so far. That, you know, the guy is such a high favorite, because the guy is young, is skilled, and also experience. And experience goes a long way, man. Sometimes they may not look good in 1 or 2, 3 fights, but they fight a guy who is a prospect but doesn't have the experience, and then they can pull off a win. So Sy, I probably wouldn't mess with him too much, man. I wouldn't put him in any parlays, to be honest with you. Could even go under, or you can do like one of them prop plays, or you can go by how he's gonna win by submission second round, if you want to do like a little something like that on the props. All right, so I got Sy submission second round here, guys. All right, Not confident. Next fight here, guys. We got Ian Cuțelaba versus Ivan Arslan. Ian here. This one is a toss-up, guys. Heads or tails, man. Ian pack power. You know, he will look for takedowns, but mentally seems off. Now, what I mean by seems off, like, he seems like even with the face-offs, he's like, he's yelling, I guess, the Hulk vibe, maybe he's putting on a show, an act, but he's just, like, so, like, I guess, I don't want to say over the top, but so emotional that he brings it into the fight, and then it seems like his IQ is not that great, so he just make, like, bad decisions in the fight, man, and that causes him to lose, right? But he's a heavy hitter though, and he's a dog, and he's durable, and if he connects to you, he's like one hitter quitters, man, right? His opponent here, Ivan fights with his hands up, but his chin can be kind of floating out in front of you, you know, kind of outwards, kind of right there to get hit. He works off the jab, but not much volume though. But he fights in spurts though, and he will come in and land a lot of combination with the hands. Can sit in front of you, like I said, not much volume, but he let his hands go. Can get wobbled though and days in the fight. I noticed that, and not only in one fight, in a lot of fights he gets touched and hurt. He needs more accumulation of punches to actually put you out. So he ain't really a one-hitter quitter, but he does pack power though. So it's a guy that, you know, he will hit you one, doesn't really do much, but once you start to 1, 2, 3, 4, like pile up on it, then that's where he gets you out. Ian just takes one. You know, he can take one shot and then he days you. Could be uppercut, could be elbow, right? This one here, guys, if Ivan is making his debut here, out of Croatia, coming from KSW, so I mean, you know, with debut fighters, you're just kind of unsure, you know what I mean? Sometimes they can win and sometimes they don't. Ian, in my opinion, more experience, you know, more UFC fights, wins and losses, still experience. Yeah, this one's a tough one. This fight is an even fight, which it is even. You know, they have Ivan as a slight underdog, but it's, you know, the fight's even, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go, man. I'm gonna go with Ian Cuțelaba, but man, you know, that's just a fight where you could, like, you know, probably fade or leave out, and you know, you can do a little parlay here, a little parlay there. You can do KO TKO in first rounds, you know, like a prop for Ian, you know. But yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'm not confident, guys. So I'm gonna say Ian Cuțelaba by KO TKO, first round, 50-50, guys. And you know, can Ivan win? Of course, Ivan can win. Most definitely. Like I said, Ian Cuțelaba dropped the ball. You know, he's just not consistent. You know, but a guy like Ivan is making his debut. You know, he's there to get hit. He fights in spurts. You know, he can get low volume, which favors Ian to come in and land his strikes, and he can get clipped and hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, and get knocked out. So Ian by KO TKO first round. Ian Cuțelaba, KO TKO first round, guys. I'm not confident. Next fighter, we got Fares Zaim versus Matt Frevola. Fares here, Zaim, hometown favorite guy again from France. Has improved, man, especially in his takedown defense. Has gotten really, really better. Has a kickboxing base, 3 inch of reach, 4 inch of height, which is massive. But this is the guy here with all his fights in UFC, just all decision, wins and loses. That's it. No KO, TKO, no submissions, nothing. His last KO, TKO was in 218, and his last submission was in 219. So this guy's not really a finisher, bro, and that could be an issue. His last fight against Claudio, yeah, he worked on his takedown, but he was getting takedown by Claudio a lot, and it went to a split decision. A guy like Matt Frevola has faced guys like Zaim already, especially with with Jalen Turner, right? With Jalen Turner is actually taller than Zaim, pretty much the same reach but taller. Matt Frevola has a wrestling base. He's a grinder. You look for takedowns. You push takedowns for 3 rounds. He scrambles well. He's a heavy hitter, but he can get caught though and knocked out. To be knocked out 3 times. But he's still durable though, but he's consistently on you. Let me see here. The only thing about, like I said, with this fight is that Matt is a finisher. Matt is a dog. So he comes in to finish the fight. And Zaim doesn't have any finishes in UFC. Could this be the first time he finished, somebody maybe? Like a Matt, which Matt been finished already and finish him, Zaim being a hometown favorite. It's a possibility, it could be the first time, in a long time, but like I said, all his wins and losses are just all decisions, lost by submission. I just feel like if he don't apply that pressure and that power on Matt, Matt's going to take over because Matt is a finisher, dude. So if he's unable to hurt Matt, he's going to be in problems. Matt is going to back him up, put him against the cage, and take him down and beat him up, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But Zaim is durable, and his ground game has gotten better to defend against submissions. And so I'm going to go with Matt. It was a close one, though. In my opinion, it's an even fight, which it is. I'm going to say Matt Frevola by decision, 50-50, not confident. The reasons for that, I was looking at Zaim, like, hey, maybe Zaim. But Zaim, he does throw punches and kicks, and, he does have power, but he hasn't had a finish in over 6-7 years. He hasn't had no finishes, no submissions, no knockout. He's just going to decision. Is it enough to hurt Matt in the foot with a strike? Maybe. If you clip him, it's a possibility. Matt being knocked out in his last fight. When he fought Denis, got head kicked, but that was a head kick because he's running off to the side. He's running off with his head turned to the side. So it's like he doesn't see where the technique is coming. So technique he doesn't see coming, or a technique that you don't see coming is the one that usually knocks you out because you can't see it. You're not paying attention. Your head is turned and running off. So if he does apply pressure to Zaim and walk him down, and I feel he can get a win here. So like I said, Matt by decision, 50-50. I'm not confident. The steamroller. All right, next fight here, guys. We have Morgan Charrière versus Gabriel Miranda. Morgan here is the next hometown favorite guy here. Very well-rounded guy, sharp striking. Him and Chepe was a good fight. He went back and forward. You can see that slight weaknesses in Morgan though. Morgan was getting tired in that late 3rd round. And Chepe was coming back, kind of wrestling him. So you can see that the ground game can be a little issue and his cardio in the later rounds. And Chepe got by a split decision. Miranda here, which is a short notice. This guy here, man, is like one of them dudes that come in there and first round you, man. Pretty much all first round finishes. If he doesn't get you in first round finish, then he most likely is going to lose. 16 by submission. This guy got 16 by submission, dude. So a guy with 16 by submission has a submission chance. It doesn't matter if you're a freaking champion or if you're a good fighter. If he got 16, he probably submitted maybe a lot of cans, maybe. Guys who are not that great. And he probably submit guys who may be good, but he has 16 by submission, dude. All right, so he has a chance. Striking wise, his chin is kind of up in the air. He is hittable, can get knocked out. But the guy got 16 by submission, and he's a first round finisher, so he comes out there in the first round and hunt for it. And if he gets it back, he will get the submission. Only been knocked out twice, 16 by submission. If he gets you back, most likely he can get a rear naked choke on you. All right. Has Morgan ever been submitted? It shows that Morgan been submitted 1 time. Right. So this guy is game. and he's a finisher, bro. 100% rate finisher. All right, so 16 by submission. In the first round, he's a fireball. So odds on Morgan is negative 600, 700. I like Morgan. I feel he's a better striker. Probably more well-rounded guy, but a guy like Gabriel is very, very good with the submissions, and he's very good in that first round. So he has a first round submission. So if you want to do a prop and put Miranda for first round submission, possibility is a short notice, but I feel Morgan should win. I'm gonna say Morgan by KO TQ in that second round, but I'm not confident, and I wouldn't put Morgan in any place, to be honest with you, man. Definitely not. The odds are high, but I can see why, because a guy like Miranda needs that first round to win, but he has a first round chance to win. It's there, man. And when you have a chance to win, you have a submission chance or a knockout chance, boy, it's like a gamble right there, man, and it is. So be very careful. I like Morgan, KO second round, 50-50, and I'm not confident in that one, man. Because like I said, with Morgan, he can get wrestled down, man, and control. And if the guy can wrestle him down and jump on his back, that guy is good. I believe he's good with the rear naked chokes, you know, from what I remember. Yep, rear naked choke, yep. So, yeah. I wouldn't put Morgan in any parlays. You could do a prop with Morgan, maybe a prop play, you know, the way how they finish the fight. You know, like what I tell you, you know, you can put Miranda, maybe submission first, and Morgan maybe KO TKO second, you know. You can do it like that. But that's it right there. I wouldn't go no further than that, though. All right. Next fight here, guys. We have we got Kevin Josset versus Bryan Battle. This is a pretty good fight here. What I see from Kevin Josset. Kevin Josset is not bad. Judo black belt. His kickboxing, Criminal City kickboxing. Decent jab on him. Good leg kicks. Can get flat-footed. Kind of sit in front of you, but he's not bad though. Striking is pretty powerful. You know, heavy strikes in the pocket. He could be the quicker fighter here. What I see from Bryan Battle though, Bryan Battle is a very well-rounded guy, man. And I feel Bryan Battle is more proven, more experienced, can take this fight anywhere, in my opinion, and will also look for the submission. He can make this fight a dog fight if he wants to. You know, if Kevin is touching him up and he gets hurt, Battle gets hurt, because Battle can get hurt in the fight, you can see him looking for takedowns and making that more of a dog fight. Kevin Josset is a hometown guy here, so I like him Battle here, but I still be careful though, because what I see from Kevin, he's not bad, man. And sometimes Battle can get touched up in the fight. But what I see from Battle too, Battle is a pretty good fighter too. And I feel Battle is more well-rounded and more experienced guy here in a kind of way, being in the UFC, being on the Ultimate Fighter show and all these things. And I think he won the show too, right? Yeah. So I'm going to go with Bryan Battle here. I'm going to say Bryan Battle by submission in the second round. It was a 50-50. And this fight, like from I remember from the odds, is not that, you know, Bryan Battle at 185, 190. I mean, that's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? But can Kevin win? Of course, any one of these guys can win. You know, they put the work in, they come in here, hometown favorite Kevin, they go to decision. Kevin landing some good shots on him. You just never know, right? The underdog pulls it off. But I'm going to go with Bryan Battle. I'm going to say Bryan Battle by, I said by submission second round. All right? 50-50. Next fight here, guys. We have William Gomez versus Joanderson Brito. William here, man, this guy he's a very unorthodox guy, you know, and sometimes I see him do things where I'm like, what the hell, like the way how his foot is crossing, it's kind of close together, you know. I think I want to say his fight IQ is pretty good, actually. He would look for the takedown, he would look for the submission. He actually got a heel hook and Morgan. I'm working Charrière. But I don't think he has faced anybody like a Brito though, with that super aggression and athleticism and this dog like like a killer mentality. I'm not saying Gomez not have that killer mentality, but I just feel with Brito is just a wild dude, man. Very aggressive, pack of mad power. But he would gas out though. That's the thing. And I feel like when it comes to IQ, I feel Gomes has a better IQ. So this could be a kind of fighter where Gomes kind of weather the storm here. You know, kind of like what Bill Agilo did with Brito, and with the storm and pull off a decision. A strong possibility, but Gomes gonna have to avoid those strikes from Brito though, man. And sometimes with Gomes, man, he get touched up. You know what I mean. So I don't know, man. This one, and Gomes is a hometown favorite here. This one here, you know, we look at the fights here. Sometimes, you know, Brito is like the powerful, you know, frame bigger, you know, hit harder guy. He's gonna go in here and just mash up Gomez. But also IQ play a factor, guys. Remember that. The IQ, you know, the skill set and everything, but the smartness of the mindset, the mental. You know, and Brito go in here and start just busting his gas tank. And Gomes could come back and pull off a win by somehow. But I just don't see it. I see Brito winning the fight though. But I say Brito by submission, and I give Brito 60%. I give Gomes 40%. But I always remember hometown favorite here. But Brito coming here with a pack a lot of power though, man. So if you go judges, you can just see Brito just blasting shots, but Gomes looking for takedowns. You know, push a fight later rounds. Brito does get tired. Hometown favorite Gomez. You know, I must say Brito by submission, second round, guys. But I would be careful with this one too. All right. Next fight here, we have Nasruddin Imanov versus Brandon Allen. Check that out, guys. That's pretty good, huh? Pronunciation perfect. Nasruddin here. Nasruddin has improved, man. Takedown defense, striking was always there. Defense got better. Takedown defense, still can get taken down though. And sometimes he will get low volume, like he slows down, though it doesn't really do much. But he does pack power, and he like I said, no, he's speed. He has a lot of speed on him where he put the shots out there quick and bring it back. So his timing, his accuracy, you know, his range, his distance in the range is pretty good, right? But keep this in mind though. He has been getting a lot of decision wins though, especially against Buckley, against Romo and Dalanzi. Gerard Cannonier, you know, finishing with punches there. That, you know, that was like a kind of a questionable fight. You know, people may say, kind of a quick stoppage there. You know, his opponent here, Brandon Allen, though. Brandon Allen is very well-rounded guy, man. But I see from Brandon Allen, you know, he has been working his boxing, and his first fight with Chris, you know, I believe he got knocked out his first fight against Chris, and the second fight here, I don't think it was a split decision. I feel that Allen won that by a unanimous decision, like, you know, an easy win. I feel Allen did a good job, even in the pocket. You know, his slipping punches, boxing look way better, and his takedowns, man, the way how he gets the back and look for that rear naked choke, man, is like, you know, it's like he's good at that. You know, just taking you down and locking it up and just pretty much holding you. There's gonna be a 5-round fight, but no, actually, it's not 5-round, guys. It's going to be a 3-round fight. The speed advantage is going to be from Amanov. He's going to have the speed advantage. But Allen will look for the submission. And I believe Allen is more known to get the submission, especially the rear naked choke. He's good at getting your back. But he can get hurt on the foot, though. You know what I mean? And when he gets hurt, he just get dazed. You know, it's like he's pretty much close to getting knocked out, you know. Knocked out twice. He has 14 by submission. And Imanov lost 1 by submission. Brandon Allen has, I believe, 4 by knockout or something like that. That's 5 by knockout, actually. Yeah, man. This fight here is a close fight, guys. I kind of was back and forward. I could see Amanov getting a win here. But, man, this Allen been improving, man. And Amanov been improving, too. But I just feel like Allen is just, I feel Allen is more well-rounded and more sneaky, you know, in getting a win. You know, I feel like Amanov, you just know that he's gonna come in there and he's gonna let the hands go. You know, his technique is sharp, but We'll also look for takedowns though, but Allen is very good on the ground, man. And I don't know, I was kind of back and forward, and I feel like I'm gonna go with Allen here, guys. You know, and the odds are kind of wild. They got Eminoff of 200 and something. That's nuts. Yeah, like again, as I told you, you know, when a guy is skilled, and when a guy is on a 7-fight winning streak, or something like that. The guy's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streak, and he revenged his loss against Chris and won. I mean, how the hell are you gonna make the odds look like that? It just doesn't make any sense. And he has experience, and he's well rounded. Doesn't make any sense. This fight, Allen and Eminoff, should be an even fight. That's nuts. This odds here are off, dude. I'm not taking anything away from Eminoff. Eminoff is a good fighter, but I mean, Allen has a freaking clear chance of easy. I wouldn't say easy, but a great chance of winning, bro. I'm gonna go with Allen. I'm gonna say Allen by decision, guys. 50-50 though. And like I said, Eminoff is hometown favorite. Fighting the Paris, so that's probably why too. Goes to decision. They could slide him. The split decision, which is a strong possibility. So we gotta look out for that. I feel Allen could even get the submission too. Could jump on his back and lock in a rear naked choke. It's a strong possibility. But what I see from Eminoff is ground game and his defense, you know, has gotten better. But I'm gonna go with Allen. I'm gonna say Allen by decision, guys. 50-50. All right. I don't agree with the odds on that, dude. That's like I said, when the guys are both skilled, and especially a guy that's like on a long fight winning streak, who is freaking experienced and well rounded. How is he gonna be such a big underdog, dude? Doesn't make any sense to me, man. All right, main fight on the card, guys. We have Renato Moicano versus Bennett Denis. Right? Pronunciation is perfect, guys. Renato here, very experienced guy, BJJ black belt, well rounded. Striking is there up and down, but he can get wobbled and he can get knocked out. But this is a guy that he get wobbled and then he recover and come back and submit you. So he's still durable, depending on who he's fighting and depending on what game plan he comes with, and depending if he's gonna sit in front of you and start slow. He can't sit in front of Denis and start slow. He can't do that. If he does that, he could get knocked out in this fight, right? Denis, on the other hand, lost to Dustin Poirier. I have a little sparring match here with Mark, a grappling match, which Renato had a grappling match too and won. But that's his last thing he did after he got knocked out by Dustin Poirier, which was a bad knockout. What I see from Denis though is physically strong guy. He's well rounded, raw power. But there's holes though, dude. There is holes, and I see the holes, man. There's holes in his striking and there's holes in his grappling, dude. And he will gas out. This is a 5-round fight. Yeah, and his fight IQ is not that great, dude. That being said, this guy is still powerful. He's still raw, and he will knock you out, and he will grapple you and put you in deep water and drown you and make you quit. But you know, a guy like Renato is experienced, just like Dustin Poirier is experienced. You know what I mean? So those guys, they've been there and seen that and fought guys, you know, who are high level also. And guys, they fought guys who are high level who don't really show much holes, that are skilled. You know, anybody can get knocked out in a fight. I mean, Saint Denis could come in here and then catch him and knock him out real quick in first round, and then it's over. You know what I mean? Or Renato could come in here, avoid getting knocked out, take Denis into deep water because of experience, and submit him. Just like what Dustin Poirier did. Took him to second and knocked him out. And in that fight, it looked like Denis, like I said, there's holes, man, you know. Yeah, I mean, look at Saint Denis fought guys that, you know, like a Matt Frevola, Thiago Mas, Islam Bonfim, Gabriel Moreno. Yeah, he fought these guys and just been knocking them out and thing, but a lot of these guys are kind of like up and down guys, man, you know what I mean? And They don't show that consistency. You know what I'm saying? And when you're talking about higher caliber guys like Poirier and Renato, I mean, these guys have faced like tough competition, even though they lose to some of them, you know, Chung Sung Jung, Jose Aldo, Swanson, Calvin Carter, Brian Ortega, Jeremy Stevenson. You know, these guys has faced some tough guys, man. And you know, sometimes they lose and sometimes they win. You know, I'm not saying Denis is not good, but it can't be a fight where you know, you look at the odds here, it's like Denis is negative 270. Again, he's from Paris, hometown favorite. I get it. But like I told you, with Allen and Nasruddin, it's the same thing. Renato is a very skilled, experienced, veteran guy, man. Now, you may say he's kind of like Brian Ortega. Could be. He could be like Brian Ortega. But if you look at Renato and you look at Brandon Allen, they're winning fights. They're stacking up wins. They're stacking up wins like 1, 2, 3 wins in a row. You know what I'm saying? Look at Brian Ortega, he's kind of slightly up and down a little bit. You know what I mean? And he's not fighting much. These guys are fighting a lot, and they're winning. So when you have a guy that's fighting and winning, and showing you that he can win and fight and finish in fights, you can't count him out like that. Especially a veteran and experience and make the odds look like that. Oh man. Do I feel like Denis can win though? Of course. Any one of these guys can win. I'm just stating the fact that, you know, we're looking at experience here, and also Saint Denis, how he been knocked out his last fight there against Dustin Poirier, you know, like how is he gonna look in this fight? You know, and obviously, you know, he probably recovered, you know, and you don't know how he recovered. Did he recover mentally? You don't know. Like I said, some guys, they get knocked out like that, never the same anymore, right? But that was in March. You know, you just come back. Sometimes you come back, and sometimes they look good, and they look better. Sometimes they come in there and then it doesn't look the same. So there's no way the odds should look like that. I'm going to go with Renato Moicano. I'm going to go Renato Moicano by submission in third round, guys. Obviously, I'm not confident because, like I said, with Renato, you can catch him on his chin. Depend on the game plan and how slow he start. And then his lights out. You know, so that's a strong possibility. So these fights are on the main card are very risky, to be honest with you, and it can go either way. And the reason why I can go either way too, because these guys that I have losing are actually hometown favorite guys. So I have Saint Denis losing, I have Nasruddin losing, and I have Gomes losing, I have Kevin Joshua losing. So I mean, does it have to happen like that? Yeah, it can, and it doesn't. Saint Denis most likely could knock out Renato. That's a most likely. Emanov could beat Allen. That's most likely. I feel Brito will beat Gomes, and I feel Battle will beat Jusset. Could happen like that, or it could happen the way how I say it here on my predictions. But I'm just giving you an example. So that's it right there, guys. That's my prediction and breakdown. You guys play at your own risk. Nothing guaranteed here. And yeah, that's it right there, guys. 14 fights, Brian's Fires. Hopefully the cards stay the same with 14 fights. September 28th, 12 p.m. early card Eastern. You guys keep on kicking. One love out to everybody. And us.